Hello, everyone, and welcome to Creating with Your Spiritual Universe. I'm Roger. Another beautiful beautiful day out here on planet Earth. And look, just want to remind you: make sure you clear your day so that it goes exactly as you plan it. Now, just want to talk about today, frankly, about a situation that we have here at hand on planet Earth here at the end of the year 2017. Earlier this year, around January, late January time frame, one of my teachers, one of my mentors, was talking to me, and she said, you know, this year is going to be a very transformational year. Very transformational year. An extremely important year. And at the time, I really had no idea what she was talking about. And, went about my year just like the rest of all of us, just basically living through the year and doing doing my thing. And about 3 weeks ago, I began to see something, and it took me right back to what she said earlier in the year. And I began to understand what it is that she was hinting at and talking about. Okay? What was she hinting at and talking about that I am now seeing? It's simply this. We have right now, here in the months of July, August, September, October, November, December, an opportunity to create. An opportunity to create for ourselves, an opportunity to create for our families, for this planet, a future or plans. Maybe it may not be, something big in your book, even if it's small. You have the opportunity to plan something and create what you want, what comes to your heart, without any interference. Without any interference. And that's the difference. Because you could just say, well, we've always been able to create. We do it all the time. What's the difference between now and then? The difference is that the universe, our collective consciousness, source, creator, has decided that for this particular time, and this is a window I'm talking about here, this July, August, September, October, November, December time frame, an opportunity for us to create what we want to create. This is an opportunity for most of us who have been working, doing our inner work, going within, transforming ourselves to make another leap, make another step, without the disturbances and without the interferences that we have been experiencing in doing our inner work, to create something. Okay? The cosmos are aligned for this. If you've been working, or even if you've not, and you're just watching this channel, you have an opportunity, just as a human being, just as who you are, to create something special for yourself. Okay? And I recommend creating. When you create from the heart. Okay? Create from the heart. Creating for the heart has nothing but benevolence attached to it. When you create from the heart, you create the very best thing for you, yourself, and the collective consciousness. And you do so with ease. Creating from the heart does not create negative repercussions. Your creation isn't going to be creating damage upon the planet, polluting, or doing things that are going to be have a negative effect upon other things. Okay? Because everything we do affects everything else. And some of you know that we're all one. We're all one, and we should consider everything. And when you create with the heart, you consider everything. Now, what am I talking about here? The cosmos are aligned. Now, let's talk a little cosmology. And I have here with me a little drawing, or a little diagram, if you will, and hopefully you can understand it. I'm not an artist, And but I did try to come up with this so that we can, so that I could share it with you. This last half of the year, we're having in the cosmos, we're having an alignment like never before. Okay, we've got an alignment of moons, stars, and planets that is extremely rare. Extremely rare. Cosmic events that are occurring that are extremely rare, especially when they all occur all in the same time period. Now, what am I talking about? We've got here Leo, as you can see. This is Leo here above, as I'm fighting a little bit with the wind. And this is Virgo. Now, Virgo is a very feminine form, a very feminine constellation. And I'm going to place a link to give more clarity. I'm going to place a link below so that you can go in and take a look at this and see how it actually looks in the cosmos, okay? Now, we've got an alignment that, as I just said, is extremely rare. Look, we've got, this is Regulus here at this end of the constellation Leo. Leo is sitting above, or as the crown of Virgo at this time. And then we've got Regulus, the brightest star in Leo, aligned with Venus, aligned with Mars, aligned with Mercury. All four of them. And furthermore, at one point, we're going to have an alignment of all those stars and planets with our sun. And then furthermore, if you go down here, now my depiction may not be perfect, but I'll let you use your imagination. At one point, they're all going to be aligned with our moon. So you can see all this alignment occurring in the cosmos. Moons, stars, suns, planets. Extremely rare. Now, add to that the fact that Jupiter, which normally does this, is going to end up in what looks to be the womb of Virgo, and happens to be there for 9 months. It's going to be there for 9 months. Curiously, 9 months. Okay? It's then going to do sort of like a retrograde move where it loops around, which causes it to go a little bit behind it, against its orbit for a short period of time, and then goes down and is seemingly birthed by Virgo, where it will then proceed down into Scorpio. Now, couple that with the fact that we're going to have an eclipse on August 21st, starting off in the northwestern section of the United States and ending down in the southeast. All this cosmic activity happening around the same period of time. Okay, all this constellation and star and moon and sun alignment occurring as well. And this is an opportunity. Now, take what I tell you with discernment and discretion. Take whatever you feel is going to benefit you and leave whatever you feel does not. Okay? I'm not a guru. I'm not some special person. I'm just a human being who simply is looking and observing and taking note of what is going on. Because I'm the type of person, I'm not one of these, this is the end all be all. This is going to be something you have to do or else. None of that. But I'm also not the type of person that will allow blinders to come over my eyes, and then I miss things that are right in front of me. Okay? And this is one such opportunity. This is one such opportunity. And this is an opportunity to create. Let's use this opportunity to create the reality that we would like to see on this planet. As long as it's for the highest good of all and in the most benevolent way possible, it will happen. Okay? It will happen. Now, what we want to do is schedule it Put it down. Put it into this reality. Speak it into existence. Use the power of sound. Use the power of intention. Use everything within your being. Everything. If you think about it, it's a dream. It's just a thought. It's not here yet. Okay? It's just a dream. Talk is cheap, they say, right? If you or think of talk is cheap, which is going to be my next point. If you talk about it, it's just a story, right? It's just a story. Not here yet, as long as it's in the realm of stories. But if you schedule it, write it down literally on paper, put it on a vision board, however, whatever resonates with you. If you intend it and you put it down and you speak it into this reality, it's real. That's how you have to take it and think about it. If you schedule it, it's real. Until then, it's just somewhere. Now, what is also going to happen here as you put your intentions down and as you create, okay? As you create, the forces upon this planet who are usually interfering with you when you're creating from the heart and when you're creating benevolently and for the greatest good of all, they're usually in there interfering as much as they can with your plans. Okay? They are not going to be allowed to do that during this window of opportunity. And I want to stress the months of July and August and even into September. Put your intentions down. Okay? Put your intentions down anytime during the end of this year. But if you can't during those times, do it. If you watch this video and it's October, don't worry about it. No problem. Still do it. Because during this, I call it the gestation period of Jupiter being inside the womb of Virgo, anything that is placed into creation during this time that is benevolent and for the highest good of all, including yourself, never forget about you, okay? Including yourself, will be birthed at the end of this year. When that birthing occurs, Jupiter leaves the womb of Virgo, anything that is in that womb will be created, and you can place it in there with your intention. Now, when you create this, don't worry about when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, okay? Leave that to your higher self, okay? Because it will be done in the most divine of harmonies. It will be done with divine harmony and divine timing. And that often does not match up with what we've got going on in the mind. Okay? So don't worry about when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen. I just put the intention out there. I really put all my being into it. And then I move on and let things happen. Let the magic happen. Okay? Now, what could stop us from doing this? What can stand in the way of us creating? I know one thing that can, and that's fear. That's fear. Fear of the unknown. Fear of success. Fear of what's going to happen, what people are going to think. Fear drummed up by what's going on in your mind, that little monkey mind, the monkey brain, telling you it's not going to work. All that is based on fear. It's based on fear. Furthermore, you've got bombardment from the outside. You turn on your news, it's nothing but fear driven. Nothing but bad news. Okay? I'm hearing all kind of dribbles and drabs about, there's rumors of World War III happening. I'm hearing things about, the Pope came out the other day and said, we're not the only intelligent life forms living in this universe. Hello? Those of us who've been paying attention, those of us who've been going within, already know that. Already know that. We don't need it to come from the outside. Okay? We already know that. And now I'm also hearing dribbles and drabs from so-called authorities or government officials from all over the world, because I'm following this very closely. I don't know if you have, but I have. extraterrestrials coming down, perhaps to take over the planet and enslave humanity. I'm hearing stuff from the religious community about potentially the rapture is going to come down, and some supposed God is going to come down and pour his wrath down on humanity because it doesn't like what's going on. All this fear being drummed up. Let me tell you, none of that is going to happen. And none of that is true, because the destiny of humanity, the destiny of this planet, is evolution, transcendence, a crossing over into the next upper level and into the next dimension of our evolution. We are moving up as humanity. We are shedding the darkness here. Okay? That's what's going to happen. Anything that seeks to keep humanity right where we are is not going to be allowed. Not going to be allowed. It just isn't. Okay? So the dark forces who seek to keep us where we are, right here, what they want to do is put all the fear into this reality. So you stay right here. They want you to be convinced that this warped reality, which is only giving you a fraction of what you should be getting, is the real thing. And what is coming should be feared. Okay? Just look at your own experiences in this life. This is not the reality that you want to be in, or at least most of us. Okay? You want a reality that's filled with love and peace and forgiveness and courage. You want a reality that's filled with openness, fairness, and trust, and compassion, and love, and gratitude. Okay? All those things. That's the reality you can create. That's a part of the reality that you can evolve and cross over to. And this period of time gives us the ability to get to that point. Some of us, those of us who choose, right? Some of us are on different timelines, and that's fine. It's okay. But as for me, I want to be on the fastest timeline to what I just described. The fastest timeline to evolution. The fastest timeline to the upper dimensions in their totality. Now, remember, create, create, create. Create, create, create. You have the power. And now you have complete freedom without anything else getting in your way to do so. Okay? Thank you so much for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe. And remember to defy the taboo against you finding out who you really are.